Okay, this is what after Hermia says, I'm amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me. Um, this next section between Helena and Hermia, and then the other guys join in a minute here. I needed to look up the No Fear Shakespeare a little bit just to get a couple lines that weren't making sense to me. One of them is Annabelle. I always called you Amber. I saw the A and the B in my head. Okay, so this is your section where have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot. He just kicked me, okay? To call me goddess, nymph. This is like sarcasm and mocking back, kind of. It's like because you're showing that you're being mocked and you don't believe a word of it. So it's like to call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial. Like these are all the things that he called me. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? Why is he saying this to me? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love? So rich within his soul.
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
Tender me, forsooth, affection. Like he was just affectionate with me. It's kind of creeping me out. And why would he do that? But by your setting on, by your consent. What? Though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate. Now she's like a little bit jealous because she always gets what she wants kind of thing. But miserable most. But here I am, always the second, in a sense. You know how, like, in a girl's best friendship, sometimes there's this, like, the guy's always like the one, and the other one is like, seriously? Do you not see me? Do you not see that she wouldn't even be who she was without me? Like, there's just that little bit of in a lot of girls' relationships. I think that's coming in here a little bit. So it's like, what? That I be not so in grace as you. Like, we're friends, I know. So hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most. To love unloved. So this is like, you're going to have to play with this a little bit, but this is like, I'm the miserable one because I have an unrequited love, okay? And then, this is pure, authentic sadness. This, you should pity rather than despise. Like, it's a little bit of like a rebuke of, do you have no mercy or compassion? That you always get what you want, that you're privileged, that you're beautiful, that you're blah, blah, blah. But I'm the one who loves someone who doesn't return it. And this, you should at least have a little bit of mercy for. And Hermia's response is, I understand not what you mean by this. And that needs to be, Meg, that needs to be very genuine. I want you to say the Shakespeare, but in your mind, I want you to say what you would say to a friend, like, I don't know what you're talking about, okay? So I think you need to just play with that so that it's a very modern delivery of the ancient language. Okay. And then this is a really fun section. I love this section. So Helena says, Annabelle, you're like, I do persevere. Go right ahead. Keep on with the counterfeit sad looks, making fun of me by pretending to be sad, okay? Make mouths upon me when I turn my back. So gossip about me when I turn around. Wink at each other. Hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. So, and the No Fear says, you're doing such a good job on this trick, someone should write a book about it. Okay, so she's like, you are pulling this off so well that this should be in a book. So that needs to be a little bit more direct and like bitter. There needs to be a bitterness about that. So I do persevere, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back. Wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well chronicled, or this sport well carried. Well carried. That could even be like a, you're doing a great job here. This sport well carried. Should be chronicled. Okay, next page. Let's see, I'm going to check your guys' script here. And then she says, if you have any pity or grace or manners, you would not make such an argument. This is a full-out rebuke, okay? But fare you well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence shall soon remedy. So this is kind of a fine. If all my best friends are gonna gang up on me and make fun of my pain while they all get what they want, I will just check out. So it doesn't need to be big, it needs to be strong, if that makes sense. So there needs to be a determination to put an end to this suffering, but not like over the top emotional, or it just gets just cheesy and unrealistic. Okay. And so, okay, so this is where, Sam, you jump in to plead with her and keep her from doing this. Stay, gentle Hermia. Like, don't go do that. Yikes, gentle Hermia, hear my excuse. Like, hear me. Like, let me give you a reason why you should not go do that. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena, you're going to convince her of these things, that she is all these things to you. And this is one of those really great moments of comedy. She is just, I think, pure sarcasm here, if it's delivered. Oh, excellent. It just needs to be great. That this is a perfect, wonderful. I can't believe this is happening to me. Okay? And then, sweet, do not scorn her so. Hermia is now scolding her boyfriend for, she's clearly in pain and going to go kill herself. So, she's still thinking that he's out of his mind and she's just going to rein him back in. Okay, sweet, do not scorn her so. And then if she cannot entreat, I can compel. So Jamie, you have that down pretty well. I think you did a great job with that. Thou canst compel no more than she. Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helena, I love thee by my life, I do. I thought you did that really well, Sam, but I just want a little bit more of conviction in that, okay? And physically, there needs to be something that shows that conviction in your gesturing, okay? And I don't know what your blocking is, again, so you guys work this interpretation stuff and this acting stuff into what the blocking is. I know it's like several levels you guys have to work on, but I say I love thee more than he can do. Now it's a debate. If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too. Let's take this outside, you and me. Let's figure this out, okay, physically. And he's like, quick, come. And it's like, bring it on. Lysander, where to tends all this? Why are you doing all these things? And then he has finally lost he has made it clear that he hates her and that he wants nothing to do with her. And he is so convinced of it that at this point he is just like, away, you Ethiop. He's pure annoyed. And I liked how you delivered it. It was a little bit different than that, and so that's fine if you want to stick with what you had. But it's less like straight out anger and more like, please get out, just leave me alone and be done with this, you ridiculous person, okay? No, he'll seem to break loose, take on as you would follow, but yet come not, you are a tame man, go. Okay, I'm going to check the interpretation on that real quick. I know he's basically saying clearly he's not going to fight with me. No, he'll act like he's going to break free from you, Hermia, is what they're saying. Pretend like you're going to follow me, but then don't come. You're a coward. Get out of here. Okay, so to Lysander, take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go. So basically, you're not worth my time. You're clearly not going to follow through on your threat to take it outside. So I think this needs to be. No, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. Like, okay, yeah, you were going to come after me, and now you don't come. You are a tame man. Go. So this is just like scoffing him, basically. You're saying to Hermia, no, he'll seem to break loose. And then take on as you would follow. So clearly you're not going to come after me. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. This is pure condescension. You are a tame man. Go. Like, you are not worth my time. Okay? And then Lysander says, hang off thou. Okay, so I was going to say this when we were working on it, and then we didn't get to it and have time. But it's really, the physicality of this is kind of what we're going to have to work when I'm back with you physically. But just so that you know where we're going with it, this whole section, she's like clawing and groping and trying to keep him from, and she's like fighting because she thinks she knows his heart is for her, and he just physically needs to be reminded of that because he's clearly just kind of out of his mind for a little bit. And so she keeps trying to physically keep him there, and to the point where it needs to be really dramatic because he's just like, hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent. Like, get off of me. You're nothing to me. I will be able to physically just best you, because after all, remember she talks about, I'm so short, so now I'm not a force to contend with because I'm so small and you're so tall. Later, so here and now you've got Sam, and she's just like trying all these things and kind of not affecting him, which can make it really funny if we get the physicality right. And then he's just like annoyed by her. It's kind of like that like fly that just keeps buzzing, and you're just like, you just want to grab it out of the air because you're like, stop, you're annoying me. And so that's what he's kind of doing. He's just like, I want to squash this, okay, and be done with it. And then she's truly hurt, okay? So he's got to kind of shake her to the floor at this point. And then, why, now you're just exasperated. Why are you grown so rude? What change is this? Sweet love. And you're pleading, okay? And then he's mocking her. Thy love? You're the only one who's in love here. Out, Tawny Tartar, out. Out, loathed medicine. Now you're just like, you're going to like physically with each of these come closer and closer to her because you're going to convince her that you hate her. And so you're like, thy love, out, Tawny Tartar, out. And you're getting closer and more intense. Out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence, get out of here. Do you see all these names I'm calling you? And you're going to keep putting yourself in her space. Okay? And at this point, she's distraught. Do you not jest? It needs to be almost a cry, okay? And then, oh, geez, hang on. Somebody's calling. It's Kevin. I'm going to pause this video, and we'll start with section 4. Do you not jest is her last line.